Rain! It's time to build a PC. So that's what we're gonna do today. Hopefully this doesn't take like 8 hours so that I can get it all done tonight. But we're gonna try this and see what happens. I just got all the parts in and I need to actually build 2 of them. So this will be the first one, and then might do a second one later on. We'll have to see what happens. So let's see here. We got our motherboard. I'm not sure how good you guys are gonna be able to see, but I'll try to show you. That's the motherboard. GIGABYTE Z370 XP SLI. I didn't really need the SLI, but it's hard to find a motherboard that has just what you want. You get a ton of other crap with it. Smart Fan 5s, RBG, Fusion, VR ready, whatever. But that's what it is. It's a GIGABYTE Z370 XP SLI. And here it is. I already pulled it out of the box. Comes with some stickers. The back plate comes with, looks like 4 SATA cables. The special connector, so you don't have to attach all the individual wires. You can just plug them into the connector and then plug it into the motherboard. A CD. Why did I even send a CD anymore? I didn't get a CD-ROM drive for my system, so I will have to use a USB drive and get the update the BIOS. Comes with this ultra durable little sticker that you might want to put on your computer. That's what this is. It's an ultra durable motherboard. That means that it's not the gaming one. It's not the one with all the fancy shit. It's one that just below that in this line of motherboards. So let's open her up and see what we got. You need to get out of here. I don't need cat hair floating around my PC. Ugh. I'm gonna break it before we get out of the bag. Okay. Jeez Louise. Okay. So that's what it looks like. Not too bad. It's got 3 slots there. 2 of them are like wrapped in metal, it looks like. 4 DIMM slots. And it's got all this like plastic shit all over it. So I'm gonna peel this off. See what else. It's got heat sinks for the capacitors and stuff over here in the I don't know what those are called. VRMs, I think? I'm not sure. Part of the PC. Let's tape this here. Hey, If Girl, how you doing? So these are the first things you put in here is your processor and memory before you even stick it in the case. You want to get these seated. It makes it a lot easier than trying to work inside the box. I have a Core i7. It's i7 8700. It is not the K processor. It's not the one that you can overclock. I don't overclock my PCs. I don't overclock my processors. I'm not worried about that. The stock processors are fine for me. Okay, you might want to do that type of stuff, but I don't. So, oh great, you've been waiting to see this. Actually, someone is actually going to watch. That's awesome. So yeah, so it's the Intel i7 8700. It's the 6-core, 8th gen, 6 cores, hyper threading, turbo, blah 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 blah, ultra UH blah blah blah. crap. Okay. So in essence, what you were worried about is it's an i7 8700 and it's an LG A1151, which fits this motherboard. Surprise. I can pull out the Big Daddy buck knife. And let's open this puppy up. So if you have any questions, I will answer to the best of my ability. I'm not Paul from Paul's Hardware. I can't quote you specs and all this other stuff. Oh, this one came with an actual heat sink. I didn't think it did. Well, that'll be the backup. So somehow you take this apart somehow. Let's see. There we go. There. Does this come out of here? I don't want to take the heatsink out. Here's the heatsink. This, they say, is more than enough to cool your chip, cool your jets. We're not going to use that one. That'll be like backup if the current heatsink that the cooler that I have doesn't work or fails or something. And I still need to game. How do you open this thing? I guess you got to take this out. Okay. Okay, here you go. Pop. Pop. This is a full unboxing of everything. I wanted to try doing this myself, but chickened out, so I wanted to see how it actually works. Okay. So, my processor. Don't touch the pins on the bottom. Whatever you do. You don't want to get any grease or anything on the pins. I washed my hands earlier to get most of the grease, to get, you know, normal grease off your hands. So hopefully I won't be sweating too bad. I'm just gonna put this back in here. Like this. And put this to the side for now. Okay. So on your motherboard, in the chip slot, you have your little lever, and again, you probably can't see this, but hopefully you'll watch other people doing this. You lift that up, you lift this up, leave the protecting lid on, and fold it over. Okay, so you're gonna line up. There's marks on your processor. There's an arrow and a dot, which line up with the arrow and the dot. My chair sank on your processor here. Let's see. Okay, so here's the big arrow. So in essence, the processor, the arrow is here on this side on my processor. The arrow is here, so it's going to set in like that. Okay. And I don't know if I can show you that, but there's the arrow. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. There's an arrow on this side, and then there's a dot on this side. So you line the arrow up with the arrow on your motherboard, on your chip socket. And again, don't touch any of the pins in there. Avoid that if all possible. See if we can get this open without me flinging it all over the table. Okay. I always hate this part. Always handle it from the sides. Don't touch the bottom. And there's the arrow. And it just drops right in. Okay, just dropped it right in. I pray that's correct. Okay, so you're gonna put this back down, and when you lock it, this lid should pop off automatically. And it did, and that's it. Processor's in. So the really only bad part is making sure that your arrows are lined up and don't touch the pins. It could be scary, but it's not that bad. Okay, save this. You always want to save the protector. So if you ever take your processor out, you can put the protector back in there, and that keeps the pins on the motherboard safe. Okay. Now the easy part, the part I usually don't worry about, memory. So I got Corsair, why can't I say that word? Corsair, Corsair DDR4 300 megahertz. And once again, that's what fits in this board. I only got 16 gigabytes of it, but I have 4 slots. So I'll be able to, if need be, if I find that I need to have more RAM, I can always upgrade. I can always upgrade with another set of 16 chips. And the Corsair Vengeance LPX is, you know, a pretty common. You should be able to find it again if you need to upgrade. In my current PC, I actually do have 32 gig of RAM in it. I don't think I've ever used more than half of it. I don't think. Well, we'll have to see. I might. At this point in time, I was building 2 PCs, and my brother wanted me to build him a PC, and so I actually got 2 of everything. So I'm going to be building 2 PCs. Okay, so your RAM chips, again, don't touch the gold parts, and you need to find out where slot 1 is, or actually, let me see, in the book here. This comes with the motherboard. It's your motherboard book. and you flip through here and you find that stupid memory configuration thing, wherever it's at. Use the index. Installing memory, page 9. See that? How easy that was? Reading is fun. No one wants to read though. Okay, so let's see. This doesn't even say anything. Install. Read the following guidelines before you begin to install the memory. Make sure that the motherboard supports the memory. Yeah, we did that. Always turn off the computer before you plug your memory in. Well, we're not even together. Memory mods have a foolproof design. Okay, you're not really helping me here yet. The memory is installed. Let's see. After that's it? Seriously? That was totally useless, just so you know. So you might as well not have read it. Okay, here's the second page. This is what we needed. Okay, so channel A is DDR4_2 and DDR4_4. The 4 memory sockets are divided into 2 channels, and each channel has 2 memory sockets as follows. Of course, they make it confusing. So on your memory, on your motherboard, it'll have it usually labels them somewheres. Finding that label is the hard part. Okay, so it does here. It says DDR4_4. So this inside slot is 4, 2, 3, 1, and you want to do 2 and 4 first. So these 2 inside slots is what you want to do first. That's channel A. So we'll do it. We're going to put it on the inside slots here. Reading is the best. I read for a living. Oh, you read for a living? Are you like a lawyer? An editor? Okay. So your memory also comes with a slot in there. And if you have it wrong, it won't fit into the slot. Do not jam it. You're going to break it. Okay, so it will only go in one way. And then this is the part where people get worried. You just push it in and it snaps. And the 2 side clips will snap up. So we're going to release these 2 more side clips. Get our memory out, and it looks like it goes this way. and push in, and they both snap together. There you go. CPU, memory installed. Only took me an hour. Okay, another box of stuff to get rid of here. Hold on. You're a librarian. Oh, cool. I know the local librarian here in Wilmington. Susan Wood. Well, she's married now. I think it's DeMarco. Do you know her? All you librarians hang out together, right? Okay. Next is I guess I guess we're putting this into the case. So let me grab the case and we're gonna put that up here. Move this to the side. Save my stickers. Keep your manual, your motherboard manual available. So this is the case, and it's just a plain Jane case. It's by Corsair. I like Corsair. I actually have three different cases from Corsair. I don't know why, I just do. Maybe it's a little sailboat on the front. I like sailing. But their cases always seem to be simple. So this is the let's see. This is the Carbide 200R. Okay? And it's a very simple case. It's not flashy. It's not high tech. It's easy to work with, and hopefully it's easy to work with and simple. It's mostly screwless or toolless. It does have thumb screws on the back. We're going to remove the sides here. This is the front side. Okay, and usually inside the case, when you get it, you're going to have a bunch of wires for your fans. There's a fan up here with a header. I mean, now my microphone's in the way. So there's a fan over here with a header, and then there's a fan right here in the center with another header, and then these are all the cables that go to connect to your motherboard, and those are what attach like your USB ports up front, your volume and your power and all that stuff. And there's usually a box hidden in here with parts. Ta-da! The hidden box. So this case, I have not used this case before, but it does have a cutout in the back. There's no grommets or anything. The power supply goes down the bottom, and it has two slots here for your SSDs. You have SSDs, and then here you can put your normal big hard drives. And this is all actually plastic. These parts here are all plastic. So it's a really light case. It does have intake fan in the back on the bottom for your power supply. It's got this mesh, which helps keeps the dust out. And there's also, I think, mesh in the front. I'm not going to pull it apart. Sorry. Okay, so I'm going to take the back side off too. And again, it's just these thumb screws on the back. You just unscrew them. Take the back part off too. Most cases, both sides come off nowadays. Some of the old cases, they don't. Some of the ones, like if you buy like one from the like Best Buy or something like that, some of those cases probably don't come apart at all. And you just pull it off, and that's the back side. Because you're gonna need to get to the back here to tidy up your wires and stuff. Okay, so we're gonna lay this down. And the one thing you want to get back is your plate, your motherboard plate. This goes on the back of the PC. Back here, it snaps in. So we need to install that first before we put the motherboard in. So this is the back plate. So like where your USBs plug in and your keyboard, your sound, your network. It's and we'll plug this in here. It's it's that cool little metal thing in the back that you see. And this again snaps in, mostly snaps in. Let's make sure that we do this right. So on the motherboard, I have, okay, so the motherboard's gonna go in like this, right? So the round PS2 connectors are at the top. So these two here are the PS2 connectors. Old fashioned, I don't know why they still even make those things. Your keyboard and mouse, typically. Now everyone's got USB. And so that goes at the top. Okay, and you push it in from the inside. From the inside of the case, you snap it in into the area there. I'm gonna move this around a little bit here and see if I can make it a little bit easier for myself. And it just snaps in there. Okay, try to press the sides of it when you're snapping it in. Don't press it in the middle. I mean, it is only a thin piece of aluminum. So we'll get it here in a second. There we go. On both sides. You mostly push on the corner edges until it gets flush on the inside. And you'll mostly know when it's in. And there you go. It's in. Ta-da! Okay. I'm gonna try to get this motherboard wiring, this fan wiring out of the way here somehow. I'm gonna just jam it into the fan there. Okay, so also in your cases, some they have standoffs which the motherboard's gonna sit on. They're little threaded. Sometimes they're threaded bolts, and you can remove them and you can put more. But this one just comes with these there. They're already in there. I'm gonna open this box just in case to see what's in here. It's usually like tie straps and tie downs, and sometimes there's some motherboard standoffs. No, I don't know. I'm at an elementary library at a school, so a little different from. Oh, okay. A little different, but the same, I would say. Okay, so here inside this box is a lot of crap. Let's see. Okay, so there's actually two more standoffs for the motherboard if you need them, depending on the size of your motherboard, depending on the size of the case. And there's a bunch of screws. I'm assuming these are they look like they're fan screws. So I got fan screws. These look like hard drive screws that screw once you put your hard drive in, and then you use these screws to screw the hard drive into the case itself. These look like screws that go up top here. You can actually like mount your cooler up here as well in the top. So these are grommets with screws. And then these are little tiny screws. I don't know what the hell those are for. Maybe for your SSD drives. It looks like they snap in. We'll have to see when we get them in there. And then you have your tie downs, your zip ties. So there wasn't really anything in here that I needed. Maybe these standoffs, we'll have to see. So on your motherboard, there are the standoffs, and they're these big, they're the bigger holes. Like there's one right here in this corner where my finger is, and that's where you'll put the screw to screw it in, screw it down onto the case. Again, always just try to handle it by the edges and try not to touch anything else. And we're going to set it in here. Gently. And at the same time, you're going to need to line up the audio connectors and the USB connectors with your back plate that's back here. And then you need to look to see that your standoffs fit where they should be. And it looks like I'm going to need one or two right there. I have one right there. I have one that's good. That one looks good. Okay, so it looks like I need, where's that at? There isn't any hole there. I guess we're skipping that one. We have that one, we have that one, we have... Yeah, that one's not there. Okay. So these two don't have holes underneath of them. But there is a standoff right there, so we can use that. That's fine. Okay, so we're going to set this back in here and line up our connectors on the back with the back plate. And we're going to get the mounting screws. Which ones? It should be... Is it these? Oh, let me see if there's a thing in here that tells me what screws go to where. I just want to be sure. I don't see. My other monitor keeps going off because I'm not doing anything, but I'm just recording. I'm looking for the hardware to mount it. What screws it uses. I didn't see it in the index, so I'm kind of gotta flip through here real quick and see. And it goes from mounting into the BIOS. It doesn't tell me what screws. I'm going to assume that it is these little ones. That's what it looks like. Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay, so it's not those, I know that. I don't think it's these. These look too big. So it's got to be these. These look too small. Those are for the fan. Well, we'll have to test it. We have two different sizes, it looks like. Those look really small. Let's try these. So you will have to have a screwdriver at least to do this. There's test it in one of the standoffs that, like I have one here, and I do just see if this will screw into it, and it does. So okay, so these are the ones that I need to use. Don't jam them in there. Just try it softly. You will need a screwdriver. You could probably use a magnetic screwdriver if you wanted to. So we need to see, I probably should have used a magnetic screwdriver. It'd be a lot easier. Okay, so that one fell into the hole there, so that's good. So I'm going to start at the top here because I can actually see the standoff in it. From the light. Okay. And do it easy, and then, but don't tighten it all the way down yet. Just get it set in there, because you might have to adjust the motherboard a little bit just to make sure that it's lined up. I think this is going to be the hardest part. Because I can't see in there. And if it doesn't line up perfectly, you might be a little bit off. So I'm sweating now. I don't know if it's because I'm nervous. Okay, there we go. Just trying to get that screw. It's probably easier if you have little hands working with this stuff. I'm gonna try this one here. I couldn't get it into that top left one. It wasn't. I couldn't get it to catch. Did that one go? Okay, so I'm going to unscrew this one here a little bit more and see if that will help. It'd be super. It's not too bad, I guess. I just can't get it to seat in these standoffs. I don't know why. There we go. Okay, so that's in, and I back it up a little bit so that it's not snug. That one's in. Okay, hopefully the rest will go in okay now, once we get it aligned. Okay, that one went in easy too. Okay. Maybe it was just a couple of these that are going to be a little bit hard. Oh, you sucker. I'm gonna have to pull this out. Okay. So we're gonna back this out because there's one of those standoffs here isn't installed. So I'm gonna have to back these out and install it. I was looking at the middle ones and not the one at the very bottom there. Grabbing these little screws is really hard. Okay. Set this back there. Okay. All right, it's that one. That one is there. This one. Okay. Okay. We good. We good. Trial and error, right? Trial and error. We'll get it. Line up the back panel again for the third time. There we go. Okay. Whoop whoop. Okay, let's get this thing screwed in. Ugh. We in there? Okay. Okay, that one's in finally. That one goes in real easy. That one went in real easy. We got one more. That upper left corner is a pain. Hey, music. New PC hype. Whoop, whoop. Yes. I can't get my big fat hands in here to get this damn thing lined up. Should have a magnetic screwdriver. I think it would make it a lot easier. This one's gonna be a bear, I think. Did we get it? I think we got it. Okay. So they're all in. So I'm going to do a little bit of tight job. Do not over tighten these. Just wrist finger tight. You don't have to crank these things in here. Okay. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have a standoff in the middle. Okay, so there we go. Mounted. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is actually a pin that pops through this middle one here. And there's not a standoff for this one here. Again, I think it depends on the size of the case, the size of the case that you get when you do it. Okay, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm sweating. I don't know why I'm sweating. So I don't want to drip water on my motherboard. So bear with me for a second. Okay. Before you touch anything in your PC, make sure you touch the metal parts. You don't want to get static electricity. You don't want to zap any of your components. That's why I pulled all the plastic off of everything before we started. Okay. So the motherboard is in. And I would say the next part would be to attach the case. Attach the case wires. And there's a bundle of cables in here. Okay. And this is what runs the front of your case, typically your USBs, and then like your hard drive light, your power switch, and all that stuff. Your video, this is a sound. This is the USB stuff. This is your power switch and hard drive lights. All these little connectors, they're all labeled, so it's not too bad. Finding out what they plug into, that's the hard part. So our little connector thing that came with the case, with the motherboard, is going to help us out here. Trying to plug these individual pieces into the motherboard is a pain in the ass. So what you can do is you plug it into this, and then this plugs right into the motherboard. It's so much easier than it used to be. What's good on the parts list? Everything is good on the parts list. Okay, so on here it actually tells you, if you weren't as old as me, you could read this. I can't read it. There's not enough light in here. That's what I'm gonna blame it on. There's not enough light. To quickly go over the system, it's an i7 8700 CPU. It's the 6-core 8th gen. I got 16 gig of DDR4, 3000 megahertz RAM. The motherboard is a GIGABYTE Z370 XP SLI motherboard. And that's all we put in so far. Need some glasses. I do need glasses. I did not get the K-SKU. I do not overclock my CPUs. I'm happy with what they run at, and I'm not worried about getting 5 more frames per second or 1 frame per second or anything like that stuff. And I think that's why my PCs last so long after I build them, because my current PC that you're actually watching me through is 5 years old. And I still play all the newest games on it, and I don't have any issues with it because I don't overclock. And overclocking takes too long. I don't have time to dick around for like 5 hours to try to get it at a stable overclock. Some people like that stuff. I'm not really into it. So this doesn't look like it's that easy. Okay, so let me go get my glasses. Okay, so the cat's on the floor attacking my feet as I walk by, and these aren't my glasses, but they're gonna do for now. You like them? I can't see anything past like there. Okay, channel reset. Okay, hard drive reset. Power LED. Speaker. Power LED plus. That must be power LED minus. Okay, so let's grab our cables here. And actually, this is going to go in here. HD audio. But they're not individual, so I don't have to worry about those. I can just skip those. Because there's a separate slot for the HD audio over here. Okay. I can't see chat. Okay. So we have power LED plus. Power LED minus. I want to see what they all say. Power switch. Of course, none of the things match what it says on this little piece here. Reset switch. Okay, there's a reset. So this is slides right on in here. Reset. Oh, and it snapped right in. That was awesome. Okay. So don't get it wrong, because if it snaps in, you're not getting it out. Okay, we got one that says hard drive. HDD LED. So that's your hard drive LED. And that goes into the hard drive one. Here. HD. Hard drive. And that snaps right in there. All right. So we got 3 more. Or 2, because these 2 are actually connected. And again, if you have any questions, ask, and I'll try to answer the best of my ability. Okay, power SW, I'm assuming means switch. I have a power plus minus, and then I have a power LED. Okay, so these both say power LED, so I'm going to assume that these go here. And the minus goes here, power LED minus. And power LED plus. You actually have to put them in together, it appears. Because it's a single slot that they both go in. So you got to kind of line them up here. Okay. And let's see if we can get these to go in together. There we go. That was a lot easier. Okay. Push those in there. Snap them in. Okay. It looks like they're in there. Okay, so this is the power LED. This is the power. So this would go on this side. These both say power LED. Okay. WTF? Power switch. Okay, I'm going to do power here. There's one that says PW. That means power, right? So that's where the power switch is going. Let me look in the book here before we plug all this in. Let's see if it says internal connectors 13. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, let's turn the page and see if we see. Okay, so here's the thing. Chassis intrusion. Really, CI? Chassis intrusion I'm not using. I don't have. I don't even see where that. I don't think that's a connector we have. Okay. RES is the reset switch. I got that correct. Gee, I lost my page when I threw that down. Where are we at here? Here we go. HD is the hard drive activity. Yeah, we knew that. Speaker and power. Power switch. Okay. Power switch red. Power is there. Now we just got to figure out how this goes on the panel here. Okay, power LED is the bottom right. Okay, so should go like this. Power LED is the bottom right. Hard drive activity LED is the lower left. Okay, that should be it. I'm gonna push it in there so that it's tight. Actually, I'm gonna redo this because I want it to go behind the motherboard. Well, not behind the motherboard, but I don't want it inside the case. So I'm gonna run these out here. Let's get that unwrapped from this crap. I'm going to bring this in here this way. So that I can mount these to the back side here like this. Seems like over your head. It's not too bad if you take your time and you read. You should be okay. And most of the things are keyed so that you can't put them in the wrong way. This probably mounting the motherboard and putting these stupid things together is probably the hardest part, actually. Okay, so I said the power LED was the lower right, and I said the hard drive was the lower left. Okay, so this is going to go in here like this again. Okay, that should be it. Okay, so now we have the audio from the front of your PC, where you can plug in your headphones and your speakers, and that plugs into the audio, which it actually says it in my connector. You can't see it, but it actually says inside the connector audio. Okay, and there is one pin missing from your audio connector, and there's the one pin missing inside of where you plug it. So you just line them up, line it up. I'm going to run this one a little bit further behind the case, and then plug it right here. And plug it in just like that. And this one is, this should be your USB ports up front. Okay. And we actually have two USB headers inside on the motherboard. And again, it's keyed, so you can't put it in the wrong way. I'm going to run this one a little bit different behind here because it's actually higher up on the motherboard. and it's keyed into this one. Then you just wiggle it just a little bit to get it to fit in there, and you're done. Okay, I think that's all the cables. We do have a fan header here for the front of the case, and I'm just going to find the closest fan header that I can plug it into. And it looks like there's one right here. It says System Fan 2. Let me look and see just in case. I know there's I have like 5 fan headers on here. Okay. System fan. Okay, so it actually shows you the motherboard, and then it labels all the headers and everything. So that's the system fan on the side that I'm going to use. And I have a CPU fan, and I have a CPU optional fan, and a system fan 1. And there'll be another fan, and actually this fan's going to get removed back here, I think. Yeah, I think I'm removing this fan because it's going to be replaced. So that one doesn't matter. So I have 3 connectors up at the top for fans, and or my CPU fan and my CPU pump. So I'm going to use this side, the system fan number 2 on the side here. And save the little ties that they give you with all this crap, because you'll use it later to tie your wires down and that type of stuff. It makes it a lot easier. You don't have to use the ties from your bread. And again, it's keyed, so you can't make a mistake. If you're paying attention, you won't make a mistake. It's keyed, so it'll only go on one way. And some of the fan headers are 4 pins, and this normal fan is just a 3-pin. But again, it's keyed so that you have to use the 3 pins that it wants you to use. Okay, so it's not too bad. And it just slides right down on it, and then you'll have 1 pin that's not covered because it's a 3-pin fan and it's a 4-pin header underneath there. Okay, what else? I think that's it for that stuff. Let me move this crap out of the way real quick here. Save your screws. You never know when you might need them. I'm going to throw all this stuff back in this little box here. You should be done with this stuff. Make sure the cat doesn't need to zip the twisty ties. Well, now I want to see what this says. It says insert and then insert. That's it. That's the crappiest instructions ever. Okay. Keep your book handy. Okay, here's the other screws. The motherboard screws. And we are now, I would say the next thing we probably want to put in is either the power supply or the cooler. I think we'll go with the power supply. I'm going to have to move this cable because I know the power supply is going to actually block that hole that I had it coming through. So I'm going to move that cable, move this cable. This is the audio cable. And there's a missing pin on the bottom left, and it's a missing pin on the bottom left. And just push it down on there. Okay. Where'd the cat go? I don't run him over when I back up. Okay, so I got a Corsair TX50M. It is 80 plus gold rated. Quiet and efficient, it says right on the back. Quiet and efficient. Let's hope that's true. And it is a modular power supply. And again, you get tons of warranty and one book that tells you about all the models that they have, from 550 watts all the way up to 850 watts. You get your power cord, and you get all of your cables. They're all black. Some people like that. Some more zip tie downs, and then the actual screws to mount it to your case. And then power supply itself. Okay, so this isn't 100% modular because the big power cable is there. I don't know if they actually come with ones where you can plug this in. I don't think you can. I'm not positive. But you only have to plug in the cables that you need, which is really nice. And that way you don't have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other thick ass cables all hanging out in your case doing nothing. Turbo, how you doing, sir? Specs is a i7 8700. Ugh. i7 8700 CPU, 16 gigs of DDR4, 300 megahertz, a GIGABYTE Z370 XP SLI motherboard, a Carbon 200R case. I'm trying to get this stupid sticker off of this. Not the sticker, but the protective film. I'm going to end up pulling the sticker off because it doesn't seem easy. Or I'm just going to leave it there. Screw it. Okay. Please don't riot. Follow first. And then you can riot. Okay. So, your fan is going to actually face the bottom. Not the top. So we slide this on in here. And when I mean slide, I mean struggle. There we go. Okay. Now I need those screws. What do I do with the screws? Okay, they're in here. Look at this Ziploc bag. Really? They make Ziploc bags for just this stuff. So there's more zip ties. Save those. And here are the screws to mount the power supply to the case. You usually get 4 of them. And that's all they sent was for. The cat's back. Okay. So again, this is pretty easy. This is one of the easier things to do. Just mount. Screw this in. Again, I screw them in part way just so that I know everything's lined up. And I really wish I could turn it and let you see, but I really need to be able to see what I'm doing. So I just get them set in there first. And then just tighten them up. And again, you don't have to crank these things down. I just do it finger tight. You also don't want to strip them in case you gotta remove your power supply for some reason. Okay, so that is mounted now. So now, there's our power supply in there. This corner, it's mounted in, it's snug. The power switch, and where you plug it into the wall in the back. So now you have this big ass thick cable. This is actually your main power to your motherboard. Okay, and again, it should be the only connector in here that will fit in, but it also is in your manual. ATX in your manual. It's actually right here. And it's keyed. Again, it's keyed, so you can't screw it up. Well, you could, but if you're paying attention, you won't screw it up. So I'm going to lay it flat again so that I can, oops, get this set in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the cable back behind again, back behind here. Trying to keep all the cables kind of like not too intertwined. Okay, I'm going to come up through this hole here. And we're going to plug this into the motherboard right here. And there is a little snap catch on there, so it did make a little noise. You probably didn't hear it, but it does make a little noise, a little snap. And that's it, okay? So here it is here, plugged in right here. Next to the USB 3 header here, this long cable. And this is the other, the 12 volt. And this is always the pain in the ass cable because it has to usually go to the top of the motherboard. And that plugs in up here, and it's up in this corner here, all snug in between all this other crap. So I'm going to run this again back behind. Trying to give it its own path. And this is going to be hard. Okay, I might be able to get it up through here. I'm not sure if I can though. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Okay, so we're going to have to come over here and we have to go around. Looks like that won't reach. Okay, with a little bit of finagling, I got it in the hole. And again, this is also keyed, so you can't put it on the wrong way. The problem is that, again, there's not a lot of space here to work. And it slides and it just snapped. Just snapped in there. Okay, so that one's done as well. Okay. So your other connectors are going to be for your hard drives and your SATA. Or your hard drives and your CD-ROM drive. And then for your video card. So we're not going to put these in yet until we get that stuff done. So we're going to hold off on these adding the other cables until we get that done. Okay, so I'm going to do it's a Corsair H60 water cooled. It's an all-in-one cooling system. It comes with a fan, a radiator, and a cool cooling block. And this is going to be a little probably in-depth here too. There's a warranty guide. Warranty against defects. Save all that stuff in case something happens. You need to send it back. The H60, it's just a basic all-in-one water cooler from Corsair, and it gets the job done. If you're in a hot room, it's going to help keep your system cooler, and it works for forever. These things are, I've had 3 of these and I've never had any issues with them. So I'm going with what I know is reliable. Not that it won't break, but so far I've had very good results with these water coolers. Comes the fan, included hardware. Okay, you need to find the Intel. I have an Intel chip, so you need to find the Intel instructions. But there's also AMD instructions. So if you do get an AMD processor, this also works with AMD processors. And then you get your list of all your stuff, because there's different backplates depending on your processor. Okay. I'm going to take the motherboard down here. So there's a lot more screws, and then this secondary back plate that we're going to need, and then a secondary mounting system in case we need that. Let's get rid of that, and get rid of that, and get rid of that, and get rid of that for now. So here's the fan. So we're gonna remove this. We're gonna remove this fan that came with it. If I can find my screwdriver. You probably could use like an electrical screwdriver that has a magnetic tip. It'd probably be a lot easier. Okay, so I'm just removing this Corsair fan. I'm gonna replace it with this other one that comes with the unit. Save this fan. You might use it. I might need it for something else. I might add it in later. It depends on how the system runs and how things look. So this is a fan that was designed for it, so that's why I want to use this. It definitely has more blades than the normal fan, and it's supposed to be quiet. We hope. Quiet is good. Okay, so where did the manual go? So this is another one there. You need to start. You need to go through the manual and read about it, how it sets in, because you have to actually install a back brace. A back bracket on the back of the CPU. So you have to put it in here, and there's already holes for this thing, and that's where it's going to go, this thing. And it actually has 3M tape on it as well. So you pull the tape off, and then we're going to mount it here. If I could see what I was doing, I would be able to do it. But that's where that's going to go, okay? So that's what it tells you to do first. Install the back plate. And it tells you in like 15 different languages. And it says, note, the Intel 2011, LGA 2011 and LGA 2066 does not require backplate installation. Proceed to step 2. Okay. And we have an LG 1151, so we need to use the backplate. And again, it tells you in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other different languages. Okay, so installing the back plate. It doesn't even really tell you how to do it. It just says install it. But how does that help? Okay, so I'm going to read through this here a little bit. Okay, so it also says installing the Intel standoff screws. So these are the screws that are going to go on the inside. And you have to figure out which ones they are, because there's 2 different sets depending on your CPU. And since I have the LG 11.5, this says 11.5X, which means any of the 11.5 series, you'll use the small You might have to like line them up too, because to see which ones they're talking about, because there's a small set and there's a large set of these screws. And again, I don't know if I can show you that, but definitely one is bigger than the other. Okay, one set is definitely bigger than the other. I don't know if you can see that, but one is bigger than the other there. And for the LG, it says you need the B's. The LG 5X, you need the B's. And the B's are beats the shit out of me what the B's are. It looks like the big ones. It has, the posts are the same length, and on this one the post is the short and a long. Okay, so it's the bigger ones. So it's the big screws that we're going to be using. So take the little ones and throw them away. I'm not sure what bag they were in, but I'm just going to put them in this bag. Okay, and these are the screws for the fan. We're going to throw those in there too. Okay, and let's see what else we need. Oh, actually, was that the bag that they all came in? I don't know. So you need to standoff screws, install the fan and radiator, which are these big ass screws. And these are going to go through the back and through the radiator and into the radiator. Or is it? No, okay. These are going to go through the fan with washers. It's okay. We get this straight now, and then we don't have to worry about it later, right? And then these small screws attach the radiator to the back. Okay, so we know what goes where. And then these screws are what we use to mount installing the pump unit. Where? Here. Okay. So align the bracket and pump over the standoff screws as shown. Tighten the thumb screws until all four corners are secure. Again, that's not the greatest instructions in the world, but it says here that for best cooling performance, we recommend mounting the fan as an air intake to your PC case. So I guess we don't need that other mounting here. Okay, so that's AMD. Okay, so that other this other mounting bracket is for your AMD. This thing. Oh, these things. This is for your AMD process. So we don't need these either. So I'm going to put these in the bag. And then I'm assuming these pin screws here, these are also for AMD. So these are going in the bag. Okay, so mount the back plate, insert the standoff screws, mount the radiator and fan to the back, and then mount the pump unit to your CPU. Simple. And then we'll get into connecting the fans. Sweet. Okay, so we know what to do. So we're gonna put this on first. I'm gonna pull off the sticky tape. And I hope it's square. Okay. It's not. Okay. This way? Oh, I see. They slide. I'm like, this doesn't fit. How come this doesn't fit? Okay, they slide forward a little bit. There we go. Sweet. So the little mounting pieces that go through the holes actually slide forward and back. So it'll fit. So there we go. And I'll give it a little press, and hopefully that sticky tape is sticky. Is really sticky. Okay, so there's it mounted on the back. And again, I don't know if you can see it, but these little parts here, they slide in this rack here. They slide just a little bit forward or back, depending, I guess, depending on how wide your holes are. Okay, so now we're going to mount these standoff screws on the inside to where those come through. And they're both the same size on both sides of the screw, so it shouldn't matter which one goes in. And I'm just going to screw them in until they touch, and I'm not going to crank them. Okay. God, it's already 9 o'clock. Okay, so those are mounted in. It just says tighten all 4 screws until firmly secure. So in my mind, that just means like finger tight. And then once you do it, do the star thing, go one from the bottom to the top. This one definitely feels loose. I'm going to flip this one over and see if it makes a difference. Okay. Okay, those are all tight. Now we're gonna mount the fan, the water cooler, and then the fan. So this is what this looks like. If I can find the opening. Set this down again. And okay. So here's the radiator and the pump, and it comes pre-greased, thermal pasted. So don't take that thing off until you're ready to mount it. Okay. And again, this is going to mount, and I don't know if they tell you how to mount this, but typically you want the pipes to be down so that the water is always at the bottom. So we're going to mount it with the pipes down on here. This is where it gets kind of crappy because you don't want to like set the shit all in here and have it banging around on your motherboard and everything. So you got to get this partially done. Okay, so we're going to set the fan here, set the radiator there, and line it up with your holes in the back. And it was the little screws. Let's see if we can get one of these set here. Okay, so it's right there. There's the hole. Okay. Come on, baby. Okay, let's try a different one. Let's try this one here. See if this. Okay, let's pre-mount these and see if that helps. It feels very tight. So let's see if this. You're not going to be able to do it with your fingers. Yeah, that is really tight. I know it only has to go in a tiny bit. I think that's why. F is the radiator screws. So it is these screws that at once, but it's really tight. They're really tight because they only go in a tiny bit, I think, is why. Okay, so flip this so that the pipes are going to be down. Line up the hole. This might be easier if I put it on its face. Okay, maybe that's it there. We just needed to get it in there just a tiny bit. I think we're going to end up doing that. We're going to flip it on its face. These are really tight. Okay, let's do that. Let's flip it on its face. It'll make it a little bit easier. I'm going to use the bigger screwdriver too, if that will. How much of a difference that makes. I was like, shit, I just lost a screw. Okay. Yeah, these are definitely scary tight. The very top of my screen, you can see my hand really turning hard to get these screwed in. Okay, I think that's going to be good there. Okay, so that is mounted there. And again, I just did them like finger tight here for now. And there are like little rubber grommets that are in there, but they're getting mushed. They're gonna get smushed out. Okay, so to do the fan, I'm gonna turn it on its butt this time. And for as much as it says it wants me to blow air into my case, I need a fan blowing in, I need a fan blowing out. So the fan in front is going to be sucking air into the case. So this is going to be blowing air out. On your on the fans, it's marked which way the fan spins and which way the air blows. So use those marks to adjust your fan. So the fan actually blows air out this side, and it spins this way, and then it blows air out this side. Okay, so I want to see where the header is here. So I know where to mount this fan. Where's my book with all the headers? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, so there's a system fan right there that I can use. Okay, the system fan is right below the 12-volt fan. And this is actually a 4-pin fan that can be controlled. And again, it's keyed, so it's only going to go one way. But I also want to set the fan up so that I don't have a lot of cabling that I have to worry about. So I'll wrap the cable like this and then go down onto the fan header. And then it just slides right down on the fan pin. And it gives us just a little bit of cable that we need to mess with. And again, I think I'm going to turn this on its butt so that the fan's just sitting there. So make it a little bit easier to screw in. So that's what it's going to look like when it's done. So, turning away from you so I can see. Okay, this wants to use the washers as well. This come with 4 little washers. And it seems that screwing into that radiator is definitely hard on both sides. So it's definitely a tight fit. And you're gonna definitely have to put some torque on it to get them to go in. Right now I'm just getting them just a little slight thread in there, it feels like, but enough that it hopefully won't pop out until I get the screwdriver to it. I don't see why they didn't give you more washers besides the fan. I think the screws on the back, I guess maybe because it's metal back there and the fans is actually plastic. Okay, so we're going to spin this a little bit more so I can get in there and get these screwed in. Yeah, once you break that initial metal that it's screwing into there, it gets a little bit easier. And then again, just go through and just finger tighten them up. Make sure that they're secure. The fan is well seated there. Okay, that is done. So there's the fan on the bottom mounted. We'll zip tie this fan header here and get it out of the way after the fact. But that's a good spot for now. Okay, now comes the other scary part. Mounting the cooler here. My PC is most likely going to be standing as is, you know, upright like it was designed. Some people turn them on the side or whatever. So I'm just going to have it so that the Corsair, you can read it, which means the fan and pump headers are going out the top and the tubes are going into the side. Okay, I'm just going to kind of do a layman's kind of like say, okay, I need to do this. I need to set it in here like this. Because I don't want to take this off until I'm ready to mount it and put the screws on it. Okay. And again, I don't want to drip in there. I don't want to drip in there. Okay. So this actually does have a piece of plastic on the front that's protecting the Corsair logo. So I'm going to peel that off. And I think that's it. And then we're going to remove the plastic here. And in one fell swoop, I'm going to have a couple of the screws ready and go cross corner when you do this, okay? Try not to move it around a lot when you set it down on the screws. Once you get it down on the screws, you want to try to push it just straight down. And try not to move it around. So I'm pressing firmly on the top of the Corsair. All three screws are in the brackets. I'm going to screw the top right and then the bottom left. Get these set. Trying not to move the water block around because you don't want to screw up the paste that's on there, the thermal paste. The second one. That would be actually the third one, third screw. And then the fourth screw going down on here. Okay, I'm going to finger thumb tighten these all in a clockwise manner, in a crosswise manner. Okay, so they're all finger tight and that's on there. Okay, so that is on there now. You can read the Corsair, and the wires are coming out the top. Okay, and there's the tubing. So now I'm going to get a screwdriver and I'm going to tighten these down a little bit more. I want to see if it actually says tighten the thumb screws until all four corners are firmly secured. That's it. It just says firmly. So I'm not going to use a screwdriver on it then. I'm just going to use my fingers and do finger tight one more time. Actually, I might just do a small twist. Okay, that's pretty tight. Again, just a tiny, don't wrench them, don't press on them and wrench them. Now that's tight. Okay, so that should be good. So that's my cooler attached to my CPU, and that's on there. Everything looks good. And now we need to attach the headers. So this one actually has a SATA power connector, and I'm assuming this is for the pump because they have a software that you can actually look and see exactly how the pump is set up, and you can adjust to like power balanced or quiet and all that type of crap. Okay, it says connect pump power cable to an available SATA power plug. Connect pump tack cable to the CPU fan header on your motherboard. Connect fan tack cable to a 4-pin header on your motherboard. Oh, or I'm guessing that's either or. This is only a 3-pin, but it doesn't matter. All all my motherboard headers are 4-pin, so connect pump tack cable to the CPU fan header. So, okay, so we want to connect it to the CPU fan header. And again, we can go back to our motherboard book and it'll tell us exactly which one is the CPU fan. So CPU fan is the top connector next to our RAM. So there's two right on top of each other. The CPU fan, and the bottom one is the CPU optional. And it's actually labeled CPU fan and it's actually gray in color. So we're going to plug this one into that one, like it says. And again, it's keyed so that it goes on the right way. And again, just my big hands and okay, so that's that. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with all this extra cable that's up here. So we're gonna need to connect that to a SATA cable. Okay, so that is connected. So let's plug in something quick. Barbid, thank you for the bit. Oh, fat bit, fat bird, fat burb, fat burb. Gave you half of a musical.lay ad and you should thank me. Wow, thanks. so I'm gonna put the SSD in here now. Pull out the old buck knife. I need to cut this. Okay. Manual SSD drive. What is that? Is that like a mounting thing? We must read and see. Let's see what it says. It says contactcrucial.com. Memory and storage experts. But we're not very good with instructions. Seriously, that's it? 7mm to 9mm spacer. That's what that is. It's a spacer. Okay. Do we need a spacer? I don't know. So our SSDs go in here. There's actually SSD slots in here. There's 4 of them. And it just slides on in. Wham! That's it. There is holes here where you can actually screw them in. You can put a screw there, and that's those other screws that I was talking about earlier. So that's plugged in. That was easy. We don't need the spacer. We will keep it just in case. And that's a 500 megabyte SSD drive. And so that's going to hold the operating system in new games is what that's going to hold. Any new games that I have. Okay, what do we got left? We got the video card and we got the power supply cables. So let's do the power supply cables now. I'm gonna break them out of the bag here. We're almost done. Well, maybe another hour. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay. So we're gonna need cables for our video card, and we're gonna need some SATA cables. Seriously, they still have Molex? Are you kidding me? Okay, here's the SATA cables. Here's an extender cable. Is that for a floppy drive? Are you kidding me? Okay. So we're going to need at least one set of SATA cables here. Again, save the twist ties so that you can tie your cables down and stuff. So since it's a modular cable and this is type 4, what the hell does that mean? I'm assuming that on the power supply here it's going to say type 4. So let's take a look and see. And I'm going to break out the manual just in case. Okay, it says that is a floppy adapter. That's what it says. Who the hell uses a floppy drive? Lindsay, I didn't even see you in here. All I saw was that guy give me a bit. Oh, now you're here. I hope you're building my next computer. Hey, you never know. I'm building 2 of them right now. So that is a floppy drive adapter. Oh my God. Okay. So data cables, ATX cable, 24 pin. Oh my God. This power supply has everything. Okay. Those 2 and those 2. Okay. So this doesn't tell me what's on the box. I'm looking to see. Aren't floppy drives the new hip thing? I guess. Oh wait, that's the 780. That's the 7. There's a 650. Yeah, that's still floppy. 2 connectors, 6 connectors, SATA cable. Show me the box, please. They don't show me the box. They tell me what cables are in here, but they don't tell me what they plug into. Installing your new. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do this by the book. Let's see. I need to be able to read this. Peripheral and SATA. 6+2 PCIe and 4x4 CPU. Okay. What the hell does that mean? Okay, so we plug this into the SATA, because these are SATA cables. And they are also keyed. It's also keyed, so you can't put it in the wrong way. Snap. There we go. I'm gonna put that right there. You get to see the front of the case now, huh? Okay, so this is gonna go. Oh my God, this cable is so long for what I wanted to do with it. I need to be able to attach this power cable, which is way too short. So I'm going to make it longer by peeling the other cable off. Okay. Oh, that actually worked really well. I'm going to tuck this to the top here and pull it through the back. Oh, sweet. That worked great. And now I can pull it over here. And hopefully, I don't think it's going to be long enough. If I put it there and there, will it be long enough? Let's see, 1, 2, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna move my my SSD drive to the back slot. And that way, I'll be able to use one cable to plug in my SSD here. And then this other one will be plugging into the core SATA. And again, these are keyed because I don't have enough light in here. Okay, so there's like this. Okay. So now my water pump is plugged in. My water pump is plugged into SATA here. The SATA cable coming up and plugging into my SSD. And I'll be able to plug, I have mechanical hard drives that I'll be putting into these, a couple of them into these slots at a later time. I just want to get this set up with just this one right now. Now we're going to need the power for my video card, which are these big ones. Should be these big ones. Oh, look at that. So you don't have to have two different cables. They're like fishtailed into each other. Huh. I hope that works well. Okay, so I'm going to plug this in here. And it's the 6x2 PCIe connector, and that's in the back. And I'm going to use the back bottom one. And it just snaps in. Okay. I'm also going to need at least one SATA cable because my SSD drive needs power and it needs to be connected to the PC. I like things you can't mess up. I'm just sitting in the back of the store waiting until it closes. Oh no. Oh, that's right, you had to work all day, right? Sounds like an exciting Monday night. It is exciting. You get to watch me. Right? Okay. So this is always the tricky part. Which one do you plug in to where? Okay. So your SATA cable, which plugs in your hard drives, or your SSD drive, which is in essence a hard drive, I guess. Plug into your motherboard, into the SATA connection, and then plug into the back of your hard drive. I'm going to find my book. Okay. And in your book, it lists your SATA ports, and they're usually stacked 3x2 on your motherboard somewheres, usually on the edge, because you're going to plug something into them. So I use the L connector for the hard drive typically, and then you have to use the flat connector for plugging it in, because if you use the L one, you're not going to be able to fit. If you have more than one hard drive, you'll have a hard time fitting all the plugins. So you have to use the flat to the motherboard. And 0 is the bottom right. Okay, so I really try to so the bottom right, looking at it from this side here, is 0. And I want that to be my boot drive. I don't think it really matters too much, but we plug this in here. These are also hard to see, and which way they actually plug in. They are keyed, so it won't go in but one way. Okay. So that went in. 0. Okay, so now it's plugged into my motherboard, and then all this stupid long ass cable. I'm gonna plug this into my hard drive now. Okay, done. And you can hardly tell the mess because it's all black cables. Okay, so hard drive's plugged in. What else do we got? It should be it, right? I think. Hard drive, power supply, memory, CPU cooler. Video card is last. It's the biggest thing. Let me get rid of some of this stuff that we shouldn't have to worry about right now. Save all these manuals. You might need them later. Something doesn't work. You might be doing a lot more reading than you want to do. Okay, so we're going to keep our motherboard manual there. Another bag. Okay, so video card I got. Is a mothership coming to pick up the motherboard? Okay, so I got the GTX 1070 Ti. Okay, I debated for seconds over which one to get. No, probably a good week on which one to get. The 1080 Ti, the 1080, the 1070 Ti, the 1070. I ended up getting the 1070 Ti. It's not the best video card out there, but I've never ever purchased the best video card out there. But this is overclockable, and a lot of times these run just as fast as the 1080s and some of the 1080 Ti's. So again, I'm not a big overclocker, so I got the Ti, and this should be more than enough for what I need to do for my gaming and for streaming. You pull out the old buck knife. Cut that. Don't cut myself, hopefully. Okay. This is my army knife. I've had this for, I got this in, oh God, in 1985, I think. I got this in like 85, or was it 86? Maybe 86. And it is sharp. It is made for skin and deer in upstate New York. That's where I got it, where I was living at the time. It's never skinned a deer. It's actually skinned a rabbit. But not a deer. Do not return this to the store. EVGA offers direct customer service. Yes, and it's EVGA because it was the cheapest one. I mean, hopefully that's a good thing, right? And I should have got some perks with this, I thought. Oh yeah, look at this, baby. This will never be hung up. I don't even know what it looks like. Oh, whoop, look at that. Holy Christmas. It doesn't even fit on the screen, so big. The premier source for gamers. Oh, like it's a movie thing. Here, I'll put this down here, and I'm sure the first thing Vader will do will be lay on it. Okay. Graphics card drivers, which you'll end up downloading from their site. Peace of Mind Gaming. Build a system that fits you. Oh, you can actually get all... It looks like you can get all EVGA shit. Huh. Okay. Oh, look at this. Some huge ugly stickers. Yes. Definitely. Enthusiast build. Do you really think I'm gonna like plaster these to the outside of my case? Really? Come on. Come on, EVGA. Give me a mouse pad or something. That's something I will carry around with me and use all the time. Eight pin or 6-pin, 6-pin. Remember, turn off your computer before installing a video card. Red letters. You know why? Because people have done it without turning off their computer. Stupid. Oh, there's even like 4 pages of notes. Look, wait, really? 4 pages? 3 pages of notes you can take. For memo. It says memo. What the hell am I going to do there? Okay. All that stuff's out here. I got this cool EVGA badge, though. Look at this. Now, that might be something I'll stick on my computer. You can't even see it. It's so shiny. It says EVGA. It's just a badge. That's the second badge I have. And again, the ICX technology drivers, which you'll end up downloading. What is the date? Windows, it's not dated, so. And I don't have a CD-ROM drive, so it's useless. Okay. Okay, out of the way here. So here's the card. Dual fan. It doesn't have a back plate, but you know, whatever. I'm not that worried about it. I'm gonna flip this on the side again so that we can mount this. And once again, pick a slot to put it in. I don't know if there's a better slot. I don't know if there's a better slot. Like I have 3 slots. Do I put it at the very top? Do I put it in the middle, or do I put it at the very bottom? I'm not going to put it at the very bottom because that, if I ever have to reach anything below there, it's a pain in the ass. So I'm really going to stick it right in the middle. But if I do that, then it's going to impede with my hard drives. So I'm not going to do that. See? Thinking ahead. So I'm going to put it at the top, and that's not going to impede on anything that I have currently in the system. So we're going to put it in the top slot. So you'll need to remove the 2 top. It takes up 2 spots on your motherboard, or on your slots on the back of your case. I'll show you here. I'm going to remove these screws here and remove the little plates that go in the back. Don't lose the screws. You need those to screw the video card in with. What does this say? You think I should send a poster to your newest? I think you should send a poster to your newest sub. I don't. Who is my newest sub? Is it you? I think it's you. Let's see. It was. It's you. It's you, Ip Girl. You'll have to send me your address. And not in chat. If you do it, don't do it in chat. Okay, we're opening up the. Okay, let me show you this before I do that. So on, and again, I know it's probably hard to see, and you probably can't hardly see it at all, but the top 2 slots on the back here go up to this top slot on your connector. Okay? The PCIe slot. And it's cool because it's got silver. And so far my theme has been gray and silver and black. So all my stuff goes together. Even my memory is black with silver writing. It does have a little gold on the front of it, but you can't see that. I didn't even try to do that. It just happened. Okay. Let's see. Lindsay. You're going to put those on my vehicle. I'm definitely not putting them on my car. I left today because our gigantic pizza oven at work says not for household use. Some people were missing a couple screws. I'll come over and we can have some drinks if you share your address in chat. I'm missing some screws, but not that many screws to share that in chat. Okay. So again, oh man, this is put in there, good. Okay, so this has all types of plastic shit all over it, so you gotta remember to pull that off because you don't want it fusing to your video card. So we're gonna take a minute here and do that. It also has a protector on the connectors in the bottom, so be careful with that while you're doing this. And we're gonna pull all this stuff off. Hopefully it comes off cleanly. And that goes in the trash. Again, look at that. It's got silver and black. The little name tags here. It says GeForce GTX 1070 Ti. And I think that's plastic there, but I'm not positive. It feels like plastic. I can't tell. I don't want to screw up my good video card. It looks like it's plastic there. Okay, it is. Okay, I'm getting it. Here we go. Yeah, there we go. So there's plastic there as well. Why aren't you over there? So Vader is behind me. He's checking out all the boxes that I have on the ground. Okay, so once we are ready with this, you can leave these caps on. It's got a DVI and then it's got display ports. Got 4 display ports and 1 DVI connection on the back. We're going to pull this protector off here. And again, save this. If you ever have to move your system, you don't want to move it with your video card in there. You want to, like, for like a long distance, not like taking it into the other room. But if you're like moving house or something like that, or you're going somewhere with your computer for some reason, it's nice to take it out, put all the stuff back on there, and then it won't jack around in your computer case. So on your PCI slots, it has a locking connector that you have to release, and then you slide it on in here. Did I do it wrong? Okay, I did. Okay, so I removed the top 2 the top 2 slats, and it needs to be not the top one. It's the second and third one actually. It looks like. So let me remove this third one. So there's another loose screw. I love how excited you are. Okay, so it looks like we go there. Yes, there. Okay, I'm going to need to remove this screw. Damn it, because it's blocking the I don't have to remove the slot, just the screw. Okay, here we go. There we go. And bam, snap. Okay, it's in there. Now put these screws back. I'll try to put these screws back. Come on, damn it. Okay, so let's put these other 2 in to secure the video card down. You probably only have to do 1, but you know, put them both in. It won't kill anything. It won't kill anyone. How do I have 3? Oh, I have to put this one back. Okay. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Screw that one in. And then we're going to put this semi cover back. It's not a full cover, but it's got slots in it. It makes it cool. Screws are really screwing you over tonight. They are. These damn screws. Don't screw with me, screw. Okay. So I just noticed that this is a 1/8 pin connector. The video card is just a 1/8 pin connector. I'm going to see if these are both. Oh, okay. So I was hoping there was one that was just a 1/8 pin connector, but it's not. So we still gonna have all this crappy wire. So the 8 pin, it's a 6 with a 2 that you can connect. So if it was a 6 pin, you just plug in the 6 one. If it's an 8, then you like smush these together like that. They kind of fit together. And then you push these into the 8 pin connector right here. And it'll make a snap. I think that's it. Okay. Now we have cable management to deal with. These cables are really stiff too. Luckily they're all just down here in the bottom. It's not too bad. Some people fret over that. I'm not that worried about it. I will tie them up so that they're secure, but I want to see if I can get it booted first, right? We got to see if we can boot. Okay, that's the case. Trying to keep all these things together. The video card stuff. Power supply cable. power supply, books, manuals. More books, holy shit. Okay, I'm not going yet. I'm still here. Okay. Power. So you do need a monitor, right? This is one of my old DVI monitors. Those are the case screws. Okay, so the cat's behind the chair, so move, 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 move. He's such a jerk. I'm gonna move this over here, I think, maybe. It's undone. Save that. Okay. Sorry, I forgot all about this part here, huh? I didn't actually think we were going to get to it tonight. Yeah, plug that in. Okay. I'm going to plug the video in. We're just going to use a DVI port. It's easiest. That's what we got. I need to find a mouse and a keyboard. I'm not sure if I have one. What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. We got 1 hour. We got 1 hour. Okay. I'll plug this in. I know I got a mouse somewhere. As long as the cat doesn't bite me, I'll be okay. Okay, I got the mouse. Okay, I got a mouse. I don't have a keyboard. You guys got a keyboard? I have a keypad, but I don't have a keyboard. I don't have an extra keyboard. Let's see. Ah, Vader has the mouse. The cat's name is Vader. Oh. And you can act like him too. Sometimes he's nice, sometimes he's not. Okay, I stole the keyboard from the other computer. Voila. Okay, power, right? This is where I get really nervous. Shit. Ah, power supply. Well, not power supply, but power strip. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Okay, we're gonna plug in the monitor first, because I hate this part. Okay. Monitor is coming on. It says LG. Large. I think that's what that means, or does it mean life's good or something? Okay, so here's the one that, oh, that's a good shot. Like the computer's there, the monitor you can just about see. Ready? Here we go. Okay, it's plugged in. Now the power supply is in the off position right now. Need to figure out where I'm gonna put this thing. Right there. So we're going to turn on the power supply. Nothing. Well, we tried. Right? It's plugged in. It's on. No power whatsoever. What did I do? Get that out of the way. Is the power strip on? Auto mod stopped. Is the power strip on? Who's giving me bits? Oh no, those are oh no bits. All right. Let me replug it. Nothing, no power. Okay, let me see. Let's make sure this cable works. I'm gonna unplug the monitor and plug this into the monitor. Did it come on? It did. Crap. Okay. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. I'm gonna unplug this stuff. Okay, so that's the video card and the SSD. Seriously, they sent me a dead power supply? You gotta be kidding me, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check my other connections, the power to the motherboard. I'm going to reseat these connections. Actually, I want to unplug them both and see. Okay, so they're both unplugged. Nothing. Okay, well, there's always a fallback, right? Read the manual. Ugh. These things aren't going to tell me anything, I don't think. Right? Maybe there's a reset or something I can look in here. Let's see. Congratulations on your new purchase of your new Corsair Series High Performance ATX power supply that doesn't power on. Okay. Short circuit. I will call you even if I put a computer together so you can come out and hold me when it all goes to hell. Okay, let's see. Since that doesn't help me. .24 pin. Your motherboard has a 24-pin socket. You may connect a 24-pin main power cable from the power supply directly into your motherboard. Okay. Connect the 8-pin 12-volt into your motherboard. Okay. Connect the peripherals. Connect the power AC cord to the power supply and turn it on by pressing the switch to the on position marked with an I. Okay. Remedies, exclusions, limited warranty. Nothing that to help me here. Let's try one more time here. Nothing. That's just with the power supply, not plugged into anything. So the second power supply. Now I don't know, but I've been told a green grasshopper has a green asshole. Okay, we're gonna try this. Safety and awards. Yeah, the power strip's on. I have the monitor plugged into the same power strip, and the monitor is on. One of these buttons turns it on. Is that it? There we go. See, the monitor's plugged in the same strip. And I switched cables too, so the cables are okay. Again, a booklet full of nothingness. Okay. See this warranty guide? We'll be using it. Well, this will tell me one thing. If this doesn't work, it's it's something I'm doing. Or I'm really, really unlucky. So I'm just going to plug this in. See if it runs. Okay, so it's something I'm doing. There's no way I have two power supplies that don't work. I mean, it doesn't tell me to do anything. I don't get it. There's no way I have two power supplies that don't work. So it's got to be plugged into something. So let me replug those and see if that does it. Okay, so that's the big one. This is the 12-volt one. I can't see. See, this is why there's YouTube for people that are afraid to fail. Because they just don't show you the video. Okay, so that's plugged in. So power's plugged in, that's plugged in. Let's plug these back in. That's seated, that's seated, that's seated, that's seated, that's seated. I'm just going to plug you in there. And plug you in here. Right? Goes that way. That's seated, that's mounted. That's plugged in, that's plugged in. That's seated. Nothing. Oh! Oh! It's booting! The lights are on! The lights are on! Okay, I think I just wet myself. Escape, maybe? Okay, I'm gonna have to reset it. I think it's escape to get into BIOS. I need to... Oh, what did it say? Shit, it's too fast. Hold on. This thing. I have so much shit all over the place. Okay. 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 Here we go. Okay. There is no boot media. Wait. Boot media. Okay. I want to make sure. Okay, we gotta go to the BIOS section here. BIOS setup. The following startup login screen will appear when the computer boots. Tell me what key to press. There are two different BIOS modes as follows. You can use the F2 key to switch between the two modes. The classic setup and the advanced setup. Okay, reboot. This is good. This is good. I have to try to read this. Delete. That is so fast. It's so, this computer is so fast. You can't even read the BIOS. Delete. Yes. We're in. See? Okay. Adjust monitor. I know you guys can't see that. I'll have to get another camera or something. There he goes. There he goes speaking another language again. It's thinking like... Let me have my goods. Okay. Ooh. Oh, you guys got to see this. You got to see this. Look at this. Look at this. It's got like little fans spinning and everything. That's awesome. Okay, it sees the hard drive. It sees the CPU fan. It sees 2 system fans. This is what we have. It tells me my CPU core temperature is 34 degrees centigrade. It's reading my motherboard, BIOS version F5, Intel i7, 8700. Speed 4.3 gigahertz with no overclocking. Memory 16 gig of memory. So let's see. But we need your address. What do you need my address for? It's a race. English, please. Okay. Where are we going here? Oh, I guess this is easy mode. Easy mode is cool looking. F2. Oh, there's the advanced mode where it doesn't tell you shit. It just has words. Okay. Okay, so the BIOS date is 11/09/2017. That's not too bad. I mean, considering. Without saving, no. Easy mode, yes, please. Yeah. Let's see, peripherals. It has RBG fusion lighting on board. Oh, it's red. I can change the color? Ooh. Pink. Give me pink. Let's see pink. Okay. Enabled. Okay, I don't think I need to mess with anything in here. Peripherals, chipsets. I shouldn't have to mess with anything there. Power. We don't need anything. Zoom. What the hell is MIT? Oh, this is where you can go in there and set shit. Advanced frequency settings. I'm not even going to go in there. Advanced memory settings. I'm assuming that's all overclocking stuff. Advanced voltage settings. Yeah, we're not going in there. I don't think so. BIOS. Boot up numlock state on. That's all I care about. That stupid numlock key. Make sure it comes on. Okay. Save and exit. One more boot key here. Plug this in. Save and exit. Yes. Man, this monitor is so dusty. I missed it. Insta on ultra durable Gigabyte. This is where I would blow up the computer, but on clicking something. Look at that. I gotta slide it this way. I don't know what that means, instant on. It's spinning like it's doing something. I wonder, I'm hoping that it's reading my USB drive. If it is, it's installing Windows. It's installing Windows. I need to get a network connection, huh? Okay, so English. Oh, we have to use a mouse for this? Oh my God, Windows. I guess we can use tab. Yeah, tab. Okay, US English. Next. Install now. Let me grab a network core cable. I have to move this damn poster. Okay. Network cable. Hopefully this works. Give me some lights, baby. Yes. You've got lights. Okay. Continue. Install now. Let's see how fast this is. It's Windows. It's slow. It's not get fast. Yes, Vader's new bed. This is the first time you're installing Windows with your key? Oh, I need my key. I have my key. Okay, don't look at this while I'm typing it. I need you guys stealing it. I need my glasses again. Oh, damn it. Let's see. Let me put my glasses on. These are my glasses, just so you know. Why is that not working? That's the right key. Okay. I don't have a product key. Next. Nah, we'll take that. What's Pro N? What's Pro N? Somebody, quickly, help me. What's Pro N? because I already used the key. Where's my Outlook? Where's my what? This is so stupid. Let's see. What does this say? Windows 10 Pro N. It's probably not. N version. Labeled N for Europe and KN for Korea. Really? N for Europe? Wouldn't E be more likely? Okay, so we're going with Windows 10 Pro. And we'll validate this key later that I purchased for free. Okay. Pro N is the N that is no longer an amateur, but has decided to go pro. Next. Custom install Windows only advanced. And we're gonna pick our SSD drive. It's the only one that's on there. I know you guys probably can't see that, but so you just pick your drive. It's not allocated. It's all free space. Just say next. It'll do all the formatting and everything for you. That wasn't stupid. I thought that was funny. If girl, come on. Copying files, getting files ready for installation. It's so quiet. I can't even hear my system. I'm sitting right next to it. I mean, the microphone is right at the fan. Can you guys even hear that? %. You can't even hear my system. It's sitting right next to my microphone. My microphone is right here. And it's not picking up this fan. Well, the video card fans ain't running right now, but still. And the power supply, I can't hear that either. I was laughing out loud at the back of the store. So I laughed out loud too when I read it. It's quite like you're Lindsay, I know when you're streaming because I can hear your computer when I'm not even online. Lindsay's computer is really loud. Is that your old one or your new one that we hear? 53%. This is looking good. We might do this again tomorrow night. Because I have another computer to put together tomorrow night. Okay, that is your old one. Yes, we'll have to see if this one is Frax or if this one is mine. We'll have to look and see which one runs the fastest. 82%. We're getting there. From USB stick to SSD. Oh, I can do this. Let me show you this. Oh, that's doing that. Hopefully I don't screw nothing up doing this. Because you're just looking at the back of it right now, right? I'll show you the inside. The cool part. Oh no! Oh, that was the video card. Oh! That's why you screw it in. Screw it in, don't screw it up. Okay. It's like, why is that getting all screwed up? What's so hard there? You have too many cables. Can you see that? Installing updates. Wow, this is fast. This is installing fast. Uh-oh. It's rebooting, I think. That's Gigabyte again. It's not on fast boot, so that the BIOS is not currently on fast boot. So just so you know. Getting devices ready. Oh, that was quick. Getting ready. I'm going to turn it back because actually I'm not. I'm just going to leave it just like that. You know that cartoon where the guy's like, getting ready. Windows keeps getting ready. So move that. Just a moment, it says. Just a moment. Let's move that out of the way. Okay. Uh-oh, here we got some words here. We gotta click. Hold on. Register, I guess. United States. US keyboard. Want to add a second keyboard layer? No. Now we have some important steps to do. Microsoft thinks it's important, just so you know. I'm trying to get it so you can see kind of what it says. While observing the beautiful insides of this new computer. Where's Vanna? As you can see here, the new i7 8700 6-core processor running at 4.3 megahertz per second. Hold on, we have to do something here. Set up for personal use. Okay, we can do that. How would you like to set up? We'll help you set it up with a personal Microsoft account. Oh, hell no. Hell no. Next. Will gain access to your organization's resources like email, network. Oh, I don't know which one to pick. I don't want a Microsoft account. Okay, I'm picking that one, but I'm not going to get the Microsoft account. Screw that. Enter your name. Yep. No, I'm not doing it. Okay, we're going to go back to this one. Uh-oh. Oh, the power, I think the power cord came out. Okay. Oh, it resized the screen. That's what it did. Okay, hold on. I have to do something here. Sign in with your Microsoft. I don't want to sign in with a Microsoft account. Ah, okay. Select join a domain. And then who's going to use this PC? Let's see. Let me message you how I want the personal stuff set up on my computer. On my new computer. You're messing it all up. Me, I'm gonna call it me. What name do you want to use? Frack, what name do you want me to use? Your name? Vader. Is Frack still there? Oh my god. Okay. And it's going to be a capital C, just so you know. I hate when you do lowercase c. Create a super memorable password. Yes, it's actually Frack's computer. Make Cortana your personal assistant. Hell no. You're not going to hear anything either because I don't have any speakers or anything plugged in. Choose your privacy settings. Off. 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 Accept. Turn all that shit off. Microsoft don't need to know nothing about me or what I'm doing. Okay, we're getting things ready. See? Microsoft, always doing something. This might take several minutes. I need a drink. I need a drink. I'll be right back. As I spill drink all over the computer and wreck it. Oh, don't do that. No, maybe that. Okay. I'll leave it like that and see what it does. We all need drinks. Yeah, it's getting late. I don't think we're gonna make the 11 o'clock. We only got 2 minutes. Oh, Microsoft wants me to do something. Hold on. Welcome to Windows. That's it. It's up. Welcome to Windows. We're online. We have network connection. We're in. Hi, I'm Cortana. I'm here to bug you. There we go. I'm gonna reboot this. You start. Do you see that strip down there of red? Is it gonna do it? I don't think that's it. I thought that was a strip that it was gonna change. Do you advise having liquids around brand new computers? Of course. So long as it has a top. If it's not at your lips, it's at the top. Put the top on it. Well, did you see how fast that booted? Did you see that? Okay, we're gonna shut down this time. Ow. Power off. Okay. Power on. We're gonna go into BIOS. So I'm gonna look at this again. Here, we can take this out. Our boot stick, we can take that out. Fast boot. There's enabled and then there's ultra fast. Let's do enabled. Okay. On, off, or pulse mode. Onboard LED. On. Oh, I can click these with the mouse. So what color? I'm not sure if this changes the color or not. There's blue, green, light blue, red, pink, yellow, white. Which one? This might not be what I'm thinking it's for, but I think it, I thought it was for that strip in there, that red light, but it might not be. Light blue. I think that might be for an additional strip that you need to add, but I would think that it would change that as well, since it's on the motherboard. I still see red. All right. Oh, we're not messing with those. Fast boot. Ultra fast provides the fastest boot up speed. Okay. SATA, VGA, USB, mouse, storage. That didn't work. Stupid computer. Stop doing that. Here, we'll do that. Okay. Hopefully that works. Etc. See the title, couldn't help but gotta tell you, can't build a PC from scratch. I did. I melded the metal together. RB allows you to set the display color of the external LED strip. RGB Fusion onboard LED allows you to set the lighting mode for the onboard LEDs. Enables this function. Disables this function. All LEDs simultaneously fade in and out. Okay. Okay, I want to look at the system again. Oh, we need to go into easy mode. F2. Where's my pencil? Welcome to the stream, Altar. Okay, what did I say? 4301 megahertz. 4.3 megahertz, Mike. Or cooling 2. Okay. Save and exit. Yes. You might need to update the BIOS, but I will do that at a later time to make sure that, from what I'm reading, that LED strip should change color, but I don't think it is. Wow. Cooling 2. Welcome. We're in. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Pretty fast, eh? I think that's it for tonight, guys. I just need to go. I'm going to update the BIOS. Make sure it has the newest BIOS. Load the video card. Make sure it's got the newest video card drivers. Probably install NVIDIA GTX drivers on there. And then I'm going to tie down the cables and make sure that, you know, they're neat. I'm going to try to tidy them up as much as I can. And we'll have to see. I might do the second one on Wednesday, since Wednesday is my normal stream time. That way it'll give me tomorrow to do more tidying up if I need to. And I'm really glad that this all came together and worked. And it's not asking for a Windows key. I don't know why. It might pop up a little later. But I'm not worried about that. So I guess that's that for now. I'm going to actually shift this table around, so I'm going to power this stuff down. Shut down. And it's off. And the cat's not behind me. That's good. So, let's move this stuff. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna unplug this cable. Move this. Move some more shit. Okay. That is that. Ooh. Thank you all for watching. How I always manage to come to streams so late. I start at like 7:30, man. That's why. You can go back and watch the video, and you can like fast forward through the slow parts if you want. It'll be there. I'm really happy. Invader is now here. He wants to be loved as well. So he's gonna just sit right here on my lap, and you won't be able to see him. Here. The black cat. I could use a backup power supply. Yeah, so could I. So go buy one. My advice would be to get APC. Is that what it's called? Yeah. Just get an APC. Just get like a 650 watt APC. That's what I did. I bought 2 of them. They're like 65 bucks each or something like that. Around that, I think, when I got mine. So, and it has like 4 plugins for regular surge, and then it has 4 plugins, I think, for backup. And you want to plug your computer and your monitor into the backups. Plug your printer into the normal one. Don't plug your printer into the UPS part. And mine came with the power chute, which is a USB connection to your computer. And if your and it'll tell your computer when the power is out, and it'll power your computer down for you. So that's what I have on mine. So before the UPS runs out of power, it'll shut your computer down. And the hairy cat. So that's what I do. And I'd switch to another screen, but when I changed my video setting, I changed my when I changed one of my scenes, look, if I go to my other camera, it's just a blank screen. It's just a blank screen. I don't know why. It's crazy. So, are you done? No, you're not done. Okay, where's my drink? Go get my drink for me. I'm thirsty. So yeah, again, thank you guys for hanging out and making me laugh and not getting too upset when my computer didn't boot. And I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna play. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm probably gonna work on this and finish it up and get it ready for Frack. So he can have it at least by this weekend. I should be done it by Wednesday, because I'm probably gonna build the other one. I don't know if I should build the other one Wednesday on stream. Should I? Do you think I should? It should go a lot faster now that I actually know what I'm doing this time, because I have the exact same setup. Everything's the same except for the CPU speed. We'll have to see what that is. And we might have to swap those. Okay, Altar, I'll see you later. Good night, Ip Girl. And good night, Lindsay. She's probably driving home now. Yep, she already left. Okay, guys. That's it for tonight. I hope you enjoyed. You can always watch the stream previously, the video. I built it from a bare chassis all the way up, and it worked. And it wasn't too bad. I started at 7:30ish. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 4 hours. I guessed 4 hours. So the next one should go actually pretty quick. And I'm tired and I'm thirsty. So I'm going to get something to drink. And then I'm going to say goodnight. Good night. Thanks for watching, guys.